Alright, so this man is the man charged with XXXTentacion's murder. His name is Derek. There's still 2 suspects that are going to be arrested. We don't know if this is the trigger man, the man wearing a mask, or possibly the driver. We're not sure. Other questions I have is, who is this man? Who knows this man? And does Soldier Kid know this man at all? A lot of people don't think Soldier Kid has anything to do with it now, but I do find it very suspicious that he blew up so quickly after this whole incident. And I understand that it could have just been everything by chance and eerie coincidence, but I'm also going to get into that as well. Now I'm going to answer some questions that I had in my previous video and that you guys may have asked in the comments. One question I had was, what kind of gun did Soldier Kid had? And somebody in the comments said it was a Glock 18. I don't know if that's 100% true, but that's just what was said in the comments. And according to witnesses, the suspects had machine guns. Now, I asked the question, did he die instantly? According to witnesses, again, they say he died instantly, but, you know, do they really know? Who knows? They're not professionals, so doesn't matter who filmed him. I don't think it matters at this point who filmed him. They're, you know, obviously it says a lot about their personality, and that's just all I'm going to say about that. Somebody asked if it's gang related. Now, I don't think it's necessarily gang related, but I'm going to get into that a little bit more later as to it might have been a gang that did it. It's not fake. He is dead, guys. I'm sorry. The next question I had was if it was a red mask or a red bandana, and a lot of witnesses are saying it was a red bandana. Now, I'm going to get into some conspiracy theories, but before I start, I just want to say that these are just opinions. These aren't facts. You can call them Twitter conspiracies, whatever you want to call them. It's a conspiracy theory, which means that it's just a what-if scenario and less likely not what really happened, but it's always fun to get into that and see what's going on. Now, obviously, the situation isn't fun, quote unquote, but I just wanted to say let's get into conspiracies. Now, the most popular one is that the record labels wanted him dead, that he is more profitable in death than in life. And the reason for that is he was facing a lot of horrendous allegations regarding domestic abuse and stuff like that. And when people go through things like that, it affects their career in such a negative way that it can almost be life ruining or career ruining for that person. And had he been convicted of these things, he might have went to prison. It might have affected his career in a negative way, so much so that he wouldn't have made any more money off of his music. I heard he got kicked off a Spotify playlist, which gives you so much exposure right there too. And when he got kicked off that Spotify playlist and the whole Me Too movement is like growing in popularity, maybe the executives thought, hey, you know what? This isn't going to work in our favor as long as he's alive. But if he's dead, a lot of people forget what he did. And then we can make more money off his upcoming album that's coming out, you know, because people are going to buy it because he's dead. You know, we're going to make money off of his albums that are already out because, you know, people are going to buy it because he's dead, which is half true because, yeah, they're making a lot of profit off of his current music that is out. And according to conspiracies or something I read on the internet, that his album is going to be titled No Pulse, which a lot of reports were coming out saying that he had no pulse. Now, I don't know if that's true. I probably should do a fact check before I do my videos, but hey, you know, this is just a commentary video giving my opinions, so it's not like professional or anything like that, sorry. And then the next conspiracy is that this was a blood sacrifice. Now, this would also go in with the labels as well because apparently they're a part of the Illuminati. And so maybe they said, hey, you know what, we'll make more money off of him if he's dead. And then we can bring in a new rapper at the same time. It can be a blood sacrifice. It'll work in our favor. Now, I'm not saying that new rapper is Soldier Kid. However, if Soldier Kid did do a blood sacrifice, he wouldn't be getting arrested for Tentacion's murder because it would work in his favor. Everything would work in his favor. He would get fame and fortune until it is his time to make his sacrifice or whatever they have to do. Now, I don't know too much about the Illuminati or how the things work. This is just knowledge from like YouTube and Twitter and stuff. But I'm just saying, how crazy would that be if that was the actual conspiracy? Now, this is the last conspiracy, and this is the most likely scenario that played out. And it's kind of sad, but it's probably most likely what happened. So, if Soldier Kid doesn't know the suspect and he has absolutely nothing to do with the murder, which I don't think he does. I think he's innocent. And I'll explain to you why I think he's innocent, even though some of the information and things on social media posted kind of make it look like he's not innocent, but I'll explain that here in a second. Alright, so the two scenarios that could have been at play is that the suspects were scoping out the bank to begin with to possibly rob the bank, or they were scoping it out to wait for somebody wealthy to pull up. Now, usually these are petty crimes, and you wouldn't have machine guns and a full mask and a car just to rob somebody that just went to the ATM, because a lot of times, a lot of these suspects or criminals will scope out a bank and then follow somebody home or to work or wherever they go after they go to the bank and withdraw money or whatever the case is, and then they'll rob them there. But considering the fact that there was 3 men involved, they had masks, they had machine guns, I think these people were either intending on robbing the bank or stealing somebody's car. And the fact that the suspect is known for stealing cars, that's what he was on probation for, and the fact that the car he was in was stolen, I think he intended on stealing Tentacion's car. And maybe they were scoping out that bank waiting for somebody wealthy to pull up, and they decided to, like, you know, rob him when they seen that nice car. Or maybe they were scoping out the bank because they were about to rob the bank. I don't know. But if that was the theory that was going around, that this is just an all random act and he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, that's how I could imagine it playing out. Obviously, we'll know more once the police are done with their investigation. Now, according to TMZ, the police went to Hook, Fish, and Chicken to see Soldier Kid's whereabouts, I guess, to see on surveillance and stuff like that. Do I think this kid had anything to do with the murder? Probably not. No, we don't know yet if he knows the suspects or if he had anything to do with it. We don't know yet. However, if he didn't have anything to do with the murder, which I think he didn't, why was he somehow looking so guilty? Why did the social media presence play a big part in why he may have looked guilty? And the reason for that is that it's not so much of a coincidence, but more of like that generic hip hop rap culture. You see those mumble SoundCloud rappers kind of representing, and I think that's why his social media presence looked so suspect. Because a lot of these rappers do and say the same things, and so it's like, you know, when you really think about what Soldier Kid is doing on social media, it really doesn't look like that cryptic when you think about it. It's like, oh, this kid really is just being another rapper on social media, if you really think about it. The only thing that makes it eerie is the fact that he was literally down the street when it happened, and he had a gun. That's what makes it the most eerie out of everything. And of course, the other little things, but if you think about the culture and, you know, what rappers usually post on their social media, it really doesn't make it that suspect anymore. And a lot of people were mad at the cops because they were saying that it is likely a random robbery, and people are like, no, there's no way, you know, because of this and that. And it's like, these cops do this every day, and, you know, they're like, you know, this probably is the most likely answer, is that it was a random act of violence and that it had nothing to do with it being, you know, his record label wanting him dead, or the Illuminati was having a blood sacrifice. And, you know, they go with the simplest answer to these things. And, you know, is it out of pure laziness, or is it because that's what really happened? And that's what I'm going to end this video on, that question. You know, answer it in the comments below. What do you think? I want to know. And if you like these videos, if you like my videos, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in another video. I'm going to try to do these little 5-10 minute videos every day, just kind of updating y'all about news or giving you my opinion on whatever you know is happening in the world. So thanks for watching.